Welcome to this video. Hi. In this video I'm going to take you around your WordPress dashboard. This video is particularly interesting for those of you that are not technically savvy. Let me put it like that. If you're like me, when I first started WordPress, everything looked very strange to me. A lot of people know of WordPress, but there are still a lot out there that do not really know where to start and how to start running their websites, especially if they use WordPress. So if you have downloaded your WordPress, you've registered your website with SiteGround and working with SiteGround, so the best way to log into your account the very first time, because I found it difficult when I actually started to log into my account the very first time. So I discovered that this method is better and faster. Just go to your SiteGround account and log in with the details you use for your SiteGround. And once you are in your SiteGround, I will now show you how to get to your WordPress admin dashboard. For me, that was much easier to go to my dashboard, especially after you've just finished downloading your WordPress. So this is the SiteGround website, SiteGround dashboard. So just get to website. Once you're in the website, this is the dashboard, my dashboard that I want to get to. This is my website. I want to get to the dashboard because I just downloaded WordPress on this website. So you see Site Tools and WordPress Kit. So click on WordPress Kit and this is what will come out. Then click on WordPress Admin and this will take you straight to your dashboard. Normally it will take you straight to where you will log in, but because I've already logged in before, it took me straight to my dashboard to take you to where you will log in. So now next time that you want to log in, you just put in the name of your website /wp-admin and it takes you here. This is your WordPress dashboard. This is where you're going to be doing a lot of work. But everything you're going to do on your website, you're going to be doing it here. So let's start. This of course is your dashboard. This is where you're going to go to whenever you want to write a post, wherever you want to put a content on your blog. If you go to people's website, you see a blog page and all that. This is where they use to do posting. And if you want to do a post, just do add new and it takes you to your post section. I'm not going to click it because this video is all about getting to know your WordPress dashboard. Now the media has to do with your pictures or your videos. Whenever you do a post and you want to upload any kind of media or you want to upload any kind of photograph, this is where you get it. This is where you have your library of media. Then pages is what is normally on the topmost part of the menu. You have different kinds of pages and you can create those pages from here. If you go to a website, you see something like about page, blog page, services page, contact us page. Everything is created from here. Now comments, this is where you see when people make a comment on any of your posts. You will see the comments here and this is where you click to either allow the comment to be posted or to delete the comment or to edit the comments. This is where you do that. Then appearance is from here we are going to go into when we are ready to download the themes we want. We want to customize the themes. We want to use what is called widgets. As we go along, you will understand what widgets are. Menu, I've discussed what menus are. You can create different menus. You can also adjust it here. You can use here to determine where you want your menu to be. You can determine you want it to be at the top, you want it to be at the side, you want it to come down at the foot of your website. Anywhere you want it is from this appearance. menu that you do that. Background of your theme editor. Plugins. Now, when I first started, I was really confused. What is the difference between themes and plugins? The simplest way I can explain this is that themes has to do with take for instance, you have a physical office with structures in place. I look at a theme as fixing different kind of sections, creating a kind of foundation where you are going to fix structures. That is a theme. It's a kind of backbone, a stone, a foundation that you're going to fix other structures so that your office will come out nice. And the plugins are the structures. So without having a theme, you're not going to be able to fix your plugins. So you need a theme first to be able to fix the plugins. And when your plugins do bring about a lot of changes in your website. For instance, a plugin will determine the kind of plugins you download onto your WordPress will actually determine the kind of website that you're going to have. For instance, there are plugins that you might need if you want to open an e-commerce store. You're going to need a plugin called WooCommerce, which is a very popular plugin for people that want to sell their products, sell their services, either physical products or digital services online. It is a plugin that will do that for you. If you want to open a course website, there are very wonderful plugins you need to install on your WordPress to be able to get a course website. So plugins are very important. And it's also these plugins that you are going to put to be able to secure your WordPress, to be able to do some backup on your WordPress, to be able to do SEO on your content and on your WordPress. So plugins are essentially very, very important. And this is where we're going to do a lot of work with. Users, this has to do with if you are having other users and all that, then you add it here. Tools has to do with, whatever tool you want to do. I don't normally use this a lot, so I don't use it a lot. Then settings, a lot is done here. General, writing, reading, discussion. We are going to be using it in a few seconds. We are going to be using the settings to set up our WordPress. We don't want our WordPress to just be like this. You cannot just jump in and start installing your plugins. We have to make it neat. We have to do some settings. Primary settings first, as a first time settings once you have uploaded your WordPress. This I think I talked about this in my last video about after you have registered with SiteGround. It is only SiteGround web hosting that has this, and this optimizes your website. It makes it faster. This SG optimizer, it makes it very, very fast. So that is all there is about your dashboard. So let us go straight and start to give our on starting the basic settings. Let's just go to settings and click on general settings. Of course, you're going to give your site a name, and I want to give my site a particular name. You can give it whatever name you want that is good for you. Maybe the name of your company if you want. That's the name I want to give my own. That is the very first thing they will see on top. That's the name I have on my logo. That is why I gave it there. So whatever name you have on your logo, you can put it there. It is the name of your blog or whatever you want to name it. Then here you just put something. What is your blog all about? Just put something there. Let me see. let me put something like okay. Talent will bring you before your work will bring you before your boss. I hope I did that right. Boss is double S. Good. So in a few words, just write something that, kind of your logo, on your what you want people to be seeing once they get to your website. That is done, and here you're just going to put an S here, HTTPS, and also here put an HTTPS, so that once they click on your website, it will show the HTTPS. That is the sign that your website is secure. Okay. This is my email address. Put your email address. This is the email address I used to open my SiteGround and also to do this download. So put that same email address here. Membership, anyone can register. It depends on what your website is going to be. If your website is going to be something that has to do with a membership site or a course site, you could tick this if you want. So every other thing is okay now. I think there's nothing else. Of course, it's in English. Any other thing is okay. So just click Save Changes. You take you back to your login page. Now this is the page I said. Once you click on your SiteGround, this is the page you will see. So you put in with your login details that I told you to write down when you were registering with your SiteGround. There's a place I told you to write this down. So this is your WordPress login details. So you just log in again. So under settings again, we are going to click discussion, and here make sure that this is ticked. Allow people to submit comments on your post. This is very important, so that the more people comment on your post, the more popular your post can be. People have the ability to comment on your post. They also have the ability to share your post. So that is very important. I think every other thing will remain the same. Users must be comments, author must fit out. Okay, everything is okay here. There's no much thing to do here. Anyone can post a comment. A comment is okay. See, whatever comment is posted will not be shown automatically because this is ticked. You will have the opportunity to come here. Once you enter your dashboard, you'll see one or two comments and you click it. You can now moderate whether to post it or to delete it or to send it to the trash or to edit it. Comment is held for moderation, so there's no need to tick this again. Before a comment appears, comment is held for moderation, so there's no need because the comment will not appear until you have moderated on it. So there's really no need to tick this. All this, there's no need for it. It's just okay like that. It's okay. Just save your changes, and then we are going to go to what I call the permalinks. This is permalinks. Go there. and we are going to click on post name. Okay, it's already there. It's very important that this is ticked. Just make sure it's ticked. It's very important that it's ticked. Nothing else. Don't touch anything else here. Just save changes. So that's all there is to it. Let's go back to our dashboard. We are definitely not going to leave our dashboard like this. We are going to make it clean, free of any kind of clutter, so that we have space to really start the real work. And to do that, just go to here that you see screen options, click on it. So everything that is ticked here, untick it. As you untick it, you see that it will be removed from here. Events and news removed. You saw it removed here. Quick draft removed. Activity removed. At a glance removed. So our WordPress is clean. So we can now start to download our theme and our plugins. So once your WordPress site is very clear, we'll now go to the screen options and take it up again. Next thing, we are going to be installing our theme and a few plugins. So just go to appearance, go to themes. There are a lot of themes here which you do not need. All these ones are already there, and only one is active. This is active. So there should always be only one theme active on your WordPress site. We are going to remove all this later. If you click theme details, as you can see here, you can delete it from here. That is the way to delete the themes. Just delete it, because we are not going to need it. We are going to install our own theme. Click on theme details, do it again, so that you find out that it's quite easy to do. Delete it. Do you want to delete it? You say okay. Delete this too. So we're going to have only one theme there. It's always have only one theme there. Let's go back to themes. So we've deleted those themes out. So we are going to click add new. We are going to search for a particular theme called Ocean WP. Ocean WP, and we're going to install it. We'll go ahead and activate it. So we have our theme installed. We are now going to install some plugins that are related to this theme. So we are going to click plugins, add new. And here you're going to search for, just put in Ocean WP and the plugins will come out. I'm going to install this Ocean Extra. It adds a lot of widgets and a lot of customization to the theme that we are going to use. So we are going to install this. We're also going to install another one called Ocean Sticky Header. Ocean Sticky Header. Ocean Sticky Header. Install that. This is very important because it keeps your menu. If you go to some websites, you find that as you're scrolling on the site, the menu does not scroll with you. The menu just stays. As you're scrolling, the menu is there. It's not moving from where it is. You always constantly see it. So that is the work of this particular plugin. So the next one we are going to put Ocean Ocean demo import. Let's look for it. Send post slide Ocean model. We have installed Ocean social sharing. It is going to share your post to all your social networks like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all that. Automatically, it will just appear under your post. Every single post. Once you finish posting it, you'll see all your your social logos for you to share it. This is the Ocean demo import. Let's install it. So while that is installing, it has finished. Okay, now let's look for what I call live mesh. Live mesh add-ons for Elementor page builder. We are now going to install that. I think that's all we need to install for now. That has to do with Ocean WP. The next thing we have to, if you go to our installed plugins, you see all the plugins we've installed. So these are all your plugins. We've not activated it. We'll activate everything at the same time. What we are going to install next is our page builder. When you come back to your installed plugins, as you can see, these are all the plugins, as I've said before, that we've already put. We have not activated them yet. At the very top, you see this. This theme recommends the following plugin: Elementor. Elementor is a page builder we are going to be using to build our website. There are different kinds of page builders. That is what you're going to use to construct your website for it to turn out to look the way you want it to look. This is what you're going to use to join together your plugins and your theme and make it look well customized. Put everything where you want it to be. Do your menus, adjust it, put the colors you want, use the font you want to use to be writing your blogs. This is what you're going to use to do all that. So this is called a web builder. That's what you're going to be, Elementor page builder. So once you click it, it's time for Elementor page builder. Faster is about time. You don't go through all this if you want, but we are going to go ahead and just install it. So when you come back to your installed plugins, you notice that Elementor is already installed. I'm not going to activate it yet. I just want to tell you one or two things about Elementor. Elementor has a free plan and a paid plan. So if you want to go for the paid plan, I will advise you to go for it if you want. But for me, for a beginner, if you're a beginner, you really do not need it, because I am going to be using a free version of the Elementor to actually build up this website we are going to build up. But it is good to know at the back of your mind later when you become an expert and you want to maybe have some other sophisticated features on your website. It is good to know that there is a paid version of Elementor Page Builder where you get a lot of things, a lot of wonderful current things. You have 300 plus templates already prepared. You have a WooCommerce builder, that is, you have a builder that will build up a wonderful WooCommerce store for you. You have pop-up builders. You have full support for 1 year, and you have updates for 1 year. So if you're interested, you can go for it. This is for 3 sites, this is for 1,000 sites, and you pay this for 1 year. So every year you renew it, 49 per year. That is all I wanted you to know, to bear it at the back of your mind before we now continue. Okay, let's go back to our WordPress site and let's go ahead and just activate this Elementor, because we're going to be adding some few more plugins. Once you click activate, to tell you welcome to Elementor. If you want to listen to the video on how to get started with Elementor and so on, you just click this video and listen to it. But I don't have time to do that now. You can also copy the link, maybe later you listen to it later when you have the time, because it will actually tell you a lot of things, how to use the Elementor, what it is all about, an overview of what the Elementor is all about. So I am not going to do that, so I'll just delete this. Delete everything here. I want my thing to go back to what it was. Screen options, delete this. So we're back to this. Let's go back to the plugins. Add new plugins. We just need 2 more plugins and we are done with the plugins. We need the, let me just type in Elementor. What did I type in? Elementor. So what you do, type in Elementor, you're going to get look for essential add-ons for Elementor. We're going to install it, and we are also going to install premium add-ons for Elementor here. We're going to install that, and that about wraps up all the plugins we're going to be needing, at least for now. So let's go ahead and look at our installed plugins. I am sure you're beginning to get the grip of how to juggle around your WordPress dashboard by now. I think I've been as slow as I can be so that you understand it. It took me time to understand all this, but look at me now. You can also understand it. So now we are done with all that. So let's activate all the plugins at the same time. So just click here. It ticks all the plugins. And then we go here where it is stated bulk actions. Click on the down arrow. Click on activate. And then click on apply. And all the plugins are going to be activated. So whenever you activate plugins, you're going to have a lot of things like this. As usual, I told you, you just clear it off so that you have space enough to do what you want to do. I'm going to remove all this out. Dismiss. So just remove everything on your listing so that your WordPress will be very clean. No distractions. Okay, so all of our plugins are installed. The next thing we are going to do is to go ahead and start creating our pages, and that will be another video altogether. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope by now you've installed all your plugins, and I believe by now you have an idea of how to juggle around your WordPress dashboard. You know how to download your theme, you know how to download your plugins, you know how to activate your plugins. So you can go ahead and watch my next video on how we are going to put our website together.